Wewe. Anajaribu kutoroka. Sio. Kuna nini? Sasa, hebu nisaidie kidogo acha nilete pingo hapo.
Unaona? Toroka mimi. Ni simu tu. Wewe, si unaona?
Aketi chini. Hey, thank you. Thank you. Kumbe wewe ni okay. Okay. Amaje kanya biruna nenda semetile. Kwa wale wa barabara. Acho tupendwe gari.
Naratu sih kayak gastuan. Halo.
Mtibie.
Sio niende nitibie. Ameniita tu.
IV infusion kit. Yeah. And the honey wire. Leo umejiami. Hata umenunua mpya. Ndio kwa huyu. Huyu alizoea kitabezoea. Ya defu. So, sasa tunashukuru. Kazi yetu ni kuangalia practice ya veterinary medicine. Sasa tumekuja tuko na habari kwamba una practice hapa. Na hata kuna mwenye alikuwa amekupigia.
Kuna kijana mwingine aendeshe hapa.
So uende mtibie.
Sio niende nitibie. Ameniita tu. Ameniita tu. Nikiwa mina kuna ng'ombe nimenunua ya kufuka. Ya kufuka nililete on Monday. Sasa mimi naenda kufanyia service. Yeye akaniambia ati anataka kuniona kwa hapa. Sasa nikakuja tukasimama na ndugu zangu tu hapa, lakini hapa ni shida kupata madaktari wenye active kwa sababu saa hii mimi naenda kununua ng'ombe ya 150,000 ya maziwa. Ndio nipoteze kwa sababu daktari kuchelewa. Kama hiyo ni vitu lazimisha ni kununua dawa. kwangu. Kwa sababu nimepoteza ng'ombe juu ya kukosa daktari. Ninaita daktari inachelewa. Paka ng'ombe ninapoteza ng'ombe ya 1,150.
Hii kitu inaitwa aje? Hii kitu jina yake ukienda kwa agrovet kununua inaitwa aje?
Hapa sikununua hiyo.
Ulisaidiwa. Hii kala yake iko safi hapa.
Hata sikutumia hata hiyo. Ilikuwa mpya tu kwa sababu ilikuwa mpya lakini imekaa tu. Nili apply tu. Course. Lakini sikupata pesa ikakuwa shida. Sasa nikaamua tu nikuwe mkulima. Sasa mimi nafuga ng'ombe, mimi nalima shamba. Sasa vile niko na hii dawa kwa sababu ya ng'ombe yangu yenye mimi nafuga.
Okay.
Hata kwa ng'ombe yenye nilitumia kwangu kwa sababu sijafanyia mwingine. Haya. Nilitumia kwa ng'ombe yenye na irritate kuna nini hii hata kwa hii tuseme allergy kwa sababu
So my name is Dr. Benson Kibore, the manager in charge of compliance and enforcement at the Kenya Veterinary Board. The Kenya Veterinary Board is charged with the responsibility of registering, controlling, and overseeing the veterinary practice in the Republic of Kenya. The veterinary practice as defined in the Veterinary Surgeons and Veterinary Paraprofessional Act includes actions and by the professionals to take care of the animal welfare and to protect the public safety. So in our course of undertaking investigations and in regard with the directions issued by the government of Kenya to ensure that drugs, what we call psychotropic and narcotics drugs, which is actually category 1, category 2 of the veterinary medicines regulations, we received information from the county government of Bomet that there were people practicing illegally within the jurisdiction of the county, and in specific in Chepalungu ward in Sigor, Chepalungu sub-county, Sigor ward. The board, working with the county director and the animal health in charge of Sigor, we managed to visit and actually managed to get the suspect who was actually in the process of going to treat animals. Upon the arrest, the suspect was processed at Sigor police station, where assorted prescription only consignment of drugs was found. It is very unfortunate that such kind of drugs are ones that can only be issued by a registered veterinary surgeon. It is very unfortunate that these are the drugs that are getting and being used by the farmers, being used by the quacks to cause harm not only to the animal welfare but to derogate the practice of veterinary medicine in the Republic of Kenya. So the board is charged to ensure that any person who practices veterinary medicine is registered and retained by the Kenya Veterinary Board. The Act outlaws any person whatsoever not registered to practice in the Republic of Kenya. We've seen cases where people walk to the veterinary pharmacies, the agrovets, and just buy drugs, including those ones that are very controlled. Yeah, and just as what we have heard from him is that you can imagine he's using ivermectin drug as a fattening chemical. You can imagine those level of drugs that because there is no observance of withdrawal, there is no observance of being used in lactating animals, they end up getting passed to our bodies. You can imagine children depend on milk. And whenever these residues are used, these chemicals are used, and these drugs are used, the residues get through milk, and what happens is there is intoxication of our generation, of our youth, of our children. So the board is charged with the responsibility to ensure that all the practice in the Republic of Kenya is sound and is approved by the board. So today is one such day, and this is an operation that is going on countrywide. So it is only my message today, which is very simple, that the board will not rest until this profession is sanitized of quacks. We want to see people who've graduated, who've trained for 6 years, for degree, who've trained for 3 years for diploma, who've trained for 2 years for certificate, to be the ones actually to take charge and care of the animals of Kenya, because we cannot continue to risk the lives of the people of Kenya through unsafe practice. Now, what we are having here today is just the start of a serious crackdown in the Republic of Kenya. So we also want to have a message, because in the confession of the quack, he says that you can easily obtain these drugs, very, very protected, very prescription only drugs from agrovets here in Sigor. And this is the message that, and the board through our CEO already issued a statement that anybody selling prescription only drugs and does not have the authority of the board will be arrested. Any practitioner selling prescription only drugs to farmers, to quacks, will be deregistered. That is the express authority by the Kenya Veterinary Board, which we are enforcing here. And this crackdown will continue in the Republic until such a time the board is satisfied that the practice is only undertaken by people who are registered and recognized by the board.